That's right. You saw it here first. Mewgenics, $30, with potential for even cheaper on release for a little day one sale. Now, of course, in all of his generosity, Edmund has blessed us with this cheap game, but I think even so, I think it's important to be an informed consumer. So, what else could you get with $30? Well, let's take a little look on Amazon. All right. Firstly, a massage gun that doesn't look like anything else. You could get two Yeti 6-ounce cup. They make great thermoses and such, but I feel as though $30 is not warranted for 6-ounce cups that have minimal insulating value since the top is open. You could get Hades 2, a wonderful roguelite with branching paths and boons from the gods. But you can wait for a sale. Mewgenics, you don't want that full price. Come on. You could get two Big Mac meals, but what's two meals by comparison to hundreds of hours of roguelike gameplay? But what about some things that are just outside the price range, but maybe, it's worth it to save that extra money? How about NBA tickets? Oh, well, I guess if you see the Wizards, you could probably see them once or twice. But there's a reason they're that cheap. You could get like 15% of a tank rental in War Thunder. That's pretty cool. You could always get some gas, I guess. Sweet, sweet gas, baby. You could get like 20% of the cost of, a monthly dose of Ozempic, but I feel like the rip roaring gameplay is gonna have you sweating and shedding pound after pound. Plus, you're gonna be skipping meals anyway because you can't afford that Big Mac. So hey, you could get 6 Twitch subscriptions, I guess, for 1 month. Why would you do that? Eugenics is also half the cost, two copies of Eugenics. So that's pretty good because you're getting a copy. So you're really close to getting a second. You're halfway there. Arguably more than half because I feel like your productivity is just going to go through the roof. Hey, but some of the best things in life are free, Kindness, that's free, which is good because I wouldn't want it to compete with Mewgenics because I don't want to see what kind of person I would become. You could get a couple gallons of chocolate milk instead. Chocolate milk is a fleeting pleasure, however close to Elysium it brings us. How about the International Space Station? Estimated cost you see on Google is like $150 billion, which is 5 billion copies of Mewgenics. I feel like most of the world owning Mewgenics is probably better than just like looking at a bunch of rocks and stuff. What about child support? No, you should pay that. Unless somehow Mewgenics will fix your marriage. I'm not saying it will, but it could. There's a outside chance. And if so, no more child support. Hey, Valentine's Day is coming right up. Boyfriend, Mewgenics. Girlfriend, Mewgenics, the perfect gift. Non-binary partner, check if they've already gifted it to you. The Hadron Collider, smashing particles together. Yeah, what do you need it for? What are we doing with it? So just shut that down. We're not getting there. Okay. Whatever else they're researching, it can wait. All right. The power bill for that thing is probably like at least 4 Mewgenics. Avocado, that's zero point 0.6 Mewgenics or something. I don't know. It's up there. They're expensive. They're at least $25 a piece, I think. I might be getting that wrong. Who knows? Loaf of bread, if you need to be buying 20 loaves of bread, probably don't buy Mewgenics because I feel like you're like buying this for pure sustenance. That being said, buy some rice instead. That's way cheaper per calorie. And then you can just stack that up over time, couple months, and then boom, you got Mewgenics too. All right. So boom, there you go. What about a can of yogurt? That could be $2. That could be $12. Who knows? Some of that yogurt's getting expensive out there. Couple cans of yogurt. That's some good stuff right there. You can step on it, you can throw it, you can eat it, whatever. Yogurt's pretty good, but you know, what about one yogurt? How about you cut back in the yogurt? You know what? You're buying too much yogurt, okay? you're buying too much yogurt. And I'm starting to freak out a little bit because you're buying way too much, okay? Anyway, for today's positivity, I want to give a quick shout out to Sir Puggington and all of the other positive, helpful comments that people have left. Making these videos, it's really given me a good outlet, and I appreciate the people who are engaging with them and stuff, So I guess it's a little bit more positivity for me today, but, you know, I hope that everyone else shares that and finds a good outlet for themselves. Bye.